What's up, guys? Nepenthes here, and welcome back to another episode of Ruin at Random. And the team you see on the screen is the team that I am coming up against. What I'm going to do, because I actually use the same team for every Ruin at Random at the moment, because I'm really having fun playing with the team that I'm playing with. Tomorrow I'm actually going to do a squad builder on it, because I know a lot of guys don't watch these videos every day, and you might be sitting here thinking, damn, what team is Nep using? So I'm going to just do a brief squad build. It won't be anything like too in detail or anything, just to show you the team, the players, how much they cost, so on and so forth. So, couple of things to talk about this episode. First and foremost, Happy New Year. This is a pretty good game that you're going to be watching here. A lot of goals in this game, so hopefully you're going to enjoy this. If you do, leave a like on the video. But Happy New Year to everyone. Happy 2014. Hopefully 2014 is going to be a great year for you. It has already been a great year for me, and I'm going to tell you why very, very shortly. But well, you know, it could obviously go downhill pretty quickly, but it's been a good start to the year. That's what I mean. And first of all, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Lego Marvel Superheroes I did with Phil yesterday and today, and going forwards every day we're going to be playing these games. The reason why I chose to do this, I've got Phil staying with me for a little while, and we play games. We was playing a game together, and the arguments and the banter between us whilst we were playing was quite entertaining. And I just thought, you know what, as something a little bit different, I think you guys would enjoy it. And it only really works when you play kids games offline with no pressure. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing with that going forwards. It's going to be every day at 5 p.m. There will be the superheroes, Marvel superheroes. Every day that I've got anything to talk about, it'll be 8 p.m. that the Ruiner Randomers go up. So if you are a fan of Ruiner Randomer, 8 p.m. is going to be the time that I put Ruiner Randomer up. And again, it's only, I said this on episode 1 of Ruiner Randomer, it's only if I've got something to talk about, something to say, that I'll actually put one of these up. And we're going to find other games as well. I'm waiting for the splitter for the PS4 to come so that I can record PS4 gameplay as well, because right now I can only record Xbox gameplay. And we've got a few games on the PlayStation 4 that we want to play and upload. But obviously can't do that until that splitter comes. So that being said, had a fantastic night last night, right? So on last weekend, won a bit of money on Betfair. I don't do the better anymore. The simple fact is, it's a lot of pressure because you guys, if you copy what I do and you lose money, I feel like an idiot, basically. I feel like a right dickhead. So maybe I'll bring the better back one day, but for right now I'm quite content with the FIFA, the Lego, and any other kids games that we're going to be putting on this channel. But I had a bet on last weekend on the Sunday, and it was a multiple bet. It was over 1.5 goals for like 15 different games across the 4 divisions: BPL, Championship, League 1, League 2, and actually the conference as well. So across 5 divisions, and it came in. I put £50 on it. It was like a 20 to 1 or something like that. So it won like £1,000. It came back basically. It was a pretty decent bet. It was a nice return. And then I put some money. I put like 150 quid at evens on Spurs game to have over 2.5 goals, and they won 3-0. So that returned another 150 quid. So all in all, it was a pretty decent day. I went to, obviously, New Year's Eve last night. I went to my dad's bar, or my ex-pub, I guess, like where I used to work, where I don't work anymore. I went there to see my dad and my stepmom and the family friends of the pub and whatnot, and spent a few hours there, spent New Year's there. And around 12:15, 12:30, I left with my girlfriend. We went to the casino in Russell Square. It's now called the Grosvenor, although it used to be a gala. And we got there, and there's this, like, I usually play blackjack, right? And there's these extra games within blackjack called perfect pairs and 21 plus 3, or threes, or whatever you want to call them. And basically, perfect pairs is if you get a pair in your first, your 2 cards that you get for the blackjack hand, you also win. Like, it's a side bet though. You have to bet extra money. Let's say you put like £50 for your blackjack hand, £5 for your perfect pair bet, and £5 for your 3 bet. So the perfect pairs pays 9 to 1 if you get a mixed pair. So like a king of diamonds and a king of spades would pay 5 to 1. Yeah, 5 to 1, I think. 10 to 1 would be if you got a coloured pair, so like a king of spades and a king of clubs, and then 30 to 1 for a perfect pair, so 2 king of spades, for example. And then The three box is basically black poker hands. So three of a kind, a straight, a flush, or a straight flush. They all pay 9 to 1 flat. That's it. So if you get, and you do this with your first two cards and a dealer's first card. So if the dealer gets, for example, a three of diamonds and he deals you a four and a five of diamonds, you win for a straight flush, a flush, and a straight. Although it only counts one time, so you win 9 to 1. If the dealer has like a 10 of clubs and you've got a two of clubs and a king of clubs, you win for a flush. You get paid 9 to 1. It's a decent little side bet. Both those tables that they have in the casino that I go to were full. So I sat at this other table that has a new bet, and it has the three box, which is the poker hands, but it also has this box called top three, and the top three is another. It's also poker hands, but it's done a little differently. Basically, with your two cards and the dealer's card, if you get a straight flush, a three of a kind, or so it's three of a kind of the same, like three of a kind suited pair, a straight flush, or I can't remember what the other one was, but regardless of what it was, maybe it was just a straight. Couldn't have been just a straight flush, three of a kind, maybe a royal flush. I don't know. I can't remember exactly, but it's three hands, and basically the lowest one paid 90 to 1, the next one paid 180 to 1, and the third one paid 270 to 1. Right. So we sit at this table. It's just me and my girlfriend on this table only. Got 500 quid out to bet with because, like, hey, I won some money on the weekend. I thought, why not just go have a good New Year, have a happy New Year, and see what we can turn it into. The guy cuts the brand new pack open, he shuffles them, and then the guy that shuffled the cards, that was the end of his shift, so he actually didn't deal us any cards. So we got this new guy came, puts the cards in, deals the first hand, and he deals it like it came out like four of clubs for my girlfriend, five of clubs for me, six of clubs for him, seven of clubs for my girlfriend, eight of clubs for me, nine of clubs. Or like, he didn't deal his hand there, but it was like, oh, that's fucking strange. Like, obviously they've just been shuffled. It became so apparent so very quick that the deck hadn't been shuffled properly. But because they dealt hands from it already, they're not allowed to. They can't take away a deck and reshuffle just because they're losing money. Like, that's against fair use. Like, it's their fault that they fucked up and shuffled wrong. So I noticed pretty quickly that, hey, this deck is fucked. Like, this deck is in my favor. I can almost predict the card, what's coming out. And so could the dealer. He would deal my girlfriend a card, then he'd deal me a card, and he'd tell us, hey, I bet I've got the 10 of diamonds, and boom, sure as damn it, he would have the 10 of diamonds. And so I started betting just like £50 on the actual blackjack bet, because you can only win double your money on blackjack bet. You bet £50, you win the hand, you win £50. On the three box, now usually on the three box, the maximum bet is £25. I usually bet £5 or £10 on there, because at 9 to 1 you win 50 or 100 quid. I started betting £25 because that's usually the maximum bet. So I started winning like £225 plus my £25 back a time. So 250 quid a hand almost every single time. And then the top box, which was the 180 to 1, 90 to 1, 270 to 1, I was putting £2 on there just because I don't know how regularly it comes in, but I thought, why not? And I won it a couple of times. My girlfriend won that one a couple of times. Because this deck was so easy to predict, it was like free money. Now, what I didn't realise was on this table, the maximum bet for the three box was £250. No, sorry, £500, not £25 like it normally is. And I didn't realise until the next shoe when the deck had been reshuffled. And I was so mad with myself. I can't be mad because I won a fair bit of money, but I was so mad with myself that I didn't realise, because I was winning it literally, I'd say 8 out of 10 hands I'd win the three box. It would only not win when, like the hand got, so I would get, like, my girlfriend would get like 10 of diamonds, I'd get jack of diamonds, he'd get queen of diamonds, she'd get king of diamonds, I'd get ace of diamonds, and then he'd get like the 2 of clubs. And so, oh damn, no one wins that this time because there's clubs there, not diamonds, whatever. That's how that would work. But eight hands out of 10 I'd win. Now if I was putting £500 on there at 9 to 1, you're looking at £4.5 profit a time, picking up £5 a time. I was actually pissed off with myself for winning the smallest amount that I probably possibly could have, knowing that the cards were in my favour and going to be, knowing what they were going to be, essentially. Obviously, you can't guarantee it. He did shuffle the cards somewhat. It was just like little pockets of getting guaranteed, the run of cards being guaranteed. And then every now and then, you'd be like, oh, like, the cards are random. Maybe it's gone back to normal. Maybe this, everything after this is shuffled properly. But nope. Next hand dealt, you could just tell the cards again. They were coming out perfectly fine, and it was the best night for the fact that I actually won like 3 grand altogether, which is fucking insane. Because I had like 2,200 in front of me after about 15 minutes, after about 10-15 minutes. That first shoe I just won so much money, and then after that, once the shoe ended and they got reshuffled and we got another new dealer, we got this lady to come and deal, not because we asked, like obviously the pit boss asked, and after that I was just betting like I would normally bet, and I turned 2,200 into 3 grand, and boom, there you go. Like it would have been a good night even without this, but it was pretty frustrating. But what I found quite weird was, first of all, the guy that shuffled the cards has genuinely probably lost his job for that. Like that is a mistake that you just can't afford to make in a casino, because if the right person was at the table, clever enough to realise that they could put £500 a time on that 3 box and make 4.5 grand a hand, he probably could have cost the casino somewhere between 100 and 200,000. You know, like it would have been a lot of fucking money. Like I was just too damn stupid to realise. If I'd have just read the board, I would have figured out, hey, I can put 500. Maybe I wouldn't have put 500 though, because you never know that chance that you don't win it. Maybe maybe it goes wrong from there, but maybe I would have put 100 or 200 and won like 1 or 2 grand a time, and even that, like what I won anyway is stupid. It's a great way to start the year, but like when there's a chance to win more on almost like a guaranteed shoe, like that would have been nice. It really would have been nice. So first of all, that guy would have lost his job almost definitely. As we were playing, the pit boss kept coming up to the dealer being like, who shuffled these? And the guy that was dealing them obviously didn't shuffle them, but he kept looking at the pit boss as if to say like, this is dumb. Like they know what's coming. Like what do we do here? And the pit boss was just like, yep, just carry on dealing. Like what do you want me to do? Like sometimes this happens with the cards. Sometimes you get a run of cards like that. Not every time, of course, but they can't just take it away just because we're winning. Like it's their fault. They fucked up, not our fault. And that was pretty good. So the whispers between the pit boss and the croupier was quite interesting. And I'm positive the pit boss would have been sitting there saying, "Thank fuck they're only betting minimal amounts here, because they could be taking us to the cleaners. Like we could have won like insane amounts of money." But the most remarkable thing I found, so if I was in a position where I was sat next to the table, or like, because right behind where the table was where me and my girlfriend were playing, there was this group of people just sitting there, 3 or 4 men, 3 or 4 women, and they were looking at us, watching us, and they knew what was going on. They could see the cards, they could see what was happening, and they were talking about it, like, oh my god, like the deck hasn't been shuffled properly, like look at them, they're just betting and winning and betting and winning, like this is incredible. Now if that was me, would you not sit at the fucking table as well? Would you not get up and think, right, if you guys are going to cash in on this, I'm going to fucking cash in on this. I'm going to sit at this table and I'm going to bet. And I couldn't believe that 8 people were sitting there watching us, seeing what was going on, and just didn't do a single thing about it. Didn't even put one bet on just to try their luck, see if it happens for everyone. I'm happy that they didn't, because it allowed me to sit there longer, because obviously the more people that play, the less cards that I get, the more hands that are dealt, the less time the shoe is there for me to win money. So I was happy that they didn't come. But in general, I was just astounded that nobody else came to play, in spite of the fact it was the closest thing to guaranteed money you're ever likely to see in your life. It really, really was. It was incredible how easy it was to win money on this particular night. Obviously, every night is never like that, and I'm very, very fortunate that I was the person that sat there instead of some other random person that could have walked out with 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 50 grand. I'm happy it was me, but it was such a surreal night, to the point where I almost felt guilty cashing in my chips for cash and leaving. But then I sat there and thought, you know what? They fucking took me for thousands many a time. It's about time I took them again for thousands. Like overall in my casino life, I'm 100% up. Like I've easily made thousands more than I've ever lost. But that was a really nice finish, by the way. But it felt good, I guess, to stick it to the casino for a change, because they take people's money without hesitation, and of course they would. Why wouldn't they? You go there at your own risk, knowing that, hey, this is what money you've got. If you can't afford to lose this, you shouldn't be gambling. And there's been a few times where I've been sat there playing blackjack 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and a guy will come in and he'll cash up like 100 quid into chips, and he'll lose 20 quid in the first hand or whatever, and he'll be so mad, and then he'll lose a bit more and a bit more, and he's got like 10 quid left, and he's so angry that the cards aren't coming to him. And I'm thinking to myself, if you can't afford to lose this £100, if this is your bill money or whatever, don't fucking bet the £100. Like, if this is your livelihood, don't do it. Like, if you know, what do you expect? You expect him to walk in there with 100 quid, win 100 quid, and walk out like, you know, oh, look at me, I'm fucking pro gambler. Like, life doesn't work like that. Like, life is fucking hard, and you can't just expect to win money just because you think you deserve it or you need extra money. Like, there's times where I've gone into the casino, not a care in the world, gone in for fun, like with friends or whatever, and came out with a couple of grand. There's time I've gone in the casino to actually to bet and to win, because I feel like I'm very good at blackjack. It is the closest game of the closest tactical game for me in the casino there is. You have the best odds of winning, and I feel like I have a good hunch and kind of good feelings about what's going to win and what's going to lose. I feel like I read the cards very well, and if I go in there to bet and I lose, I only lose what I can afford to lose. If I've got, let's say I've got £200 in my account and my bills at the end of the month are £180, I won't go and spend £50. I'll go and spend £20. Of course, that's just an example, but like, there's no point spending money you can't afford to lose, because you're just going to put yourself in an even worse position. It doesn't make sense, and people get so angry in casinos, like so angry. And you see them and they get angry and they get up and they leave, and then 5 minutes later they're back with like another 50 quid, and you're just sitting there thinking, like, that's another 50 quid you cannot afford to lose. And sure as damn it, when you feel angry and stuff, luck just doesn't tend to go your way, and they lose that 50 quid and it gets even worse for them, and it generally goes more of a downhill spiral than you'd ever like it to happen. But anyway, guys, sorry, I just yawned there. That was very bad of me. I've literally just woke up actually about half an hour ago. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Thank you as always for watching. I could have won this game 10-0 if I'd tried a bit harder. I tried to get a bit cocky at the end, trying to score overhead kicks with Crespo in the box, flicking it up to himself, and so on and so forth. But this is the end of the video. If you have enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, check back later or tomorrow or whatever for some more Lego Marvel superheroes. And we will see you for the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'm out. Peace!